You're about 9 minutes away from picking the right AI phishing defense for your small business. Not the most famous one, the one that actually fits your stack, your budget reality, and your team's complexity tolerance. I'm walking you through Microsoft Defender for Office 365, Abnormal AI, and Sublime Security, step by step. So by the end, you'll know exactly which one to choose. Open the tab and follow along. Quick setup. AI phishing detection for SMBs isn't really about who has the flashiest model. It's about who catches suspicious email without turning your week into an admin project. That's the real trade-off. Microsoft Defender for Office 365 gives you native protection inside the Microsoft ecosystem. Abnormal AI leans into behavioral analysis and post-delivery remediation. Sublime Security gives technical teams more transparent, customizable detection logic. 3 very different philosophies. And I think that's the non-obvious part. Most SMBs don't buy the wrong phishing tool because the detections are bad. They buy the wrong one because the operating model doesn't match the team. Sound familiar? Step 1. Start with your email home base. This takes about 2 minutes. If you're already deep in Microsoft 365, Microsoft Defender for Office 365 deserves first look for one simple reason: less friction. Safe links can rewrite and scan URLs at click time. Safe attachments can detonate suspicious files in a sandbox. Threat Explorer helps you investigate what got flagged. And higher tiers add automated investigation and response. Pricing varies by plan and region as of 04/2026, so check current pricing before you buy. Okay, for Microsoft First SMBs, that's strong. You stay in one admin world. You keep fewer moving parts. In a lot of cases, that matters more than chasing a shiny specialist tool. But if your company runs on Google Workspace or you're trying to avoid Microsoft admin overhead, this can feel heavier than it needs to. I tested similar security rollouts with tiny teams before, and the surprise was never the protection. It was the policy tuning time. So ask yourself, do you want maximum convenience inside Microsoft or the most flexible option across environments? Step 2. Decide whether social engineering risk is your real problem. Give this 2 more minutes. Abnormal AI is built around behavioral analysis. In plain English, it looks for emails that feel off compared to normal patterns. Sender behavior, writing style, vendor fraud signals, account takeover indicators. It supports Microsoft 365 and Google Workspace, and it can do post-delivery remediation, which means it can help pull bad messages after they've landed. That's a big deal if your threat isn't just malware, it's fake invoices, executive impersonation, or weird vendor payment requests. The attacks that look human, the attacks basic filters can miss. My opinion, Abnormal AI makes the most sense when a business has grown past basic inbox filtering, but still doesn't want to build detection logic from scratch. That's where it wins. The catch is budget clarity. There's no transparent self-serve public pricing for most buyers, and that alone can knock it out for very small companies with a hard monthly cap. Have you ever noticed how often security buying gets blocked not by quality, but by procurement friction? Phase 3, Step 3. Engaged. Step 3, check how technical your team really is. Another 2 minutes. Sublime Security is the most interesting of the 3 if you want transparency. It's open source first, detection focused, and developer friendly. You get community shared rules, customizable phishing and business email compromise detection authoring, and a workflow that makes more sense to technical security teams than black box products do. This is the one that made me stop and pay attention. Because for the right team, transparency beats mystery. You can actually see and tune the detection logic instead of hoping the vendor got it right. But for a 5-person business with no security owner, that's probably not a win. That's a side project disguised as protection. And that's the hidden cost nobody tells you about with customizable security. So the question isn't, is Sublime powerful? It is. The question is, who on your team is gonna own it on Tuesday morning? Phase 3, Step 4. Step 4, use a simple SMB scorecard. This takes about 90 seconds. Here are the 3 filters I want you to use. 1. Deployment friction. Microsoft Defender usually wins for Microsoft native teams. Abnormal AI is easier to justify when you need cloud deployment across Microsoft 365 or Google Workspace. Sublime asks for the most technical involvement. 2. Pricing clarity. Microsoft pricing varies by plan and region. Abnormal AI usually means custom pricing. Sublime has open source routes plus commercial options, but your labor cost may be the real price. 3. Investigation style. Microsoft gives structured admin workflows. Abnormal emphasizes behavioral anomalies and remediation. Sublime gives deeper rule transparency. If you're a small business owner, don't overcomplicate this. Pick the tool your team can run consistently for the next 12 months, not the one that sounds smartest on a sales call. Phase 3, Step 5. Engaged. Step 5, make the recommendation by scenario. This is where most people finally get clarity. If you're a Microsoft-first SMB and you want native controls, admin workflows, and fewer extra vendors, pick Microsoft Defender for Office 365. If you're a growing company on Microsoft 365 or Google Workspace dealing with impersonation, vendor fraud, or account takeover risk, and budget is less rigid, pick Abnormal AI. If you're a technical security team that values open detection logic, wants to tune phishing rules, and can actually maintain that system, pick Sublime Security. Small twist. When I first mapped this out, I assumed the native Microsoft option would automatically be the best SMB answer. Not true. The cheaper looking path can become expensive if it costs your team extra admin hours. And the most customizable path can be the worst choice if nobody maintains it. Phase 4, Multiplier. Now let's add the multiplier. Once you pick the tool, the next upgrade is not another detection engine. It's user behavior and response speed. Microsoft Defender for Office 365 includes attack simulation training. That's useful because even great filtering doesn't eliminate click risk. With Abnormal AI, post-delivery remediation becomes more valuable if your team has a clear incident routine. With Sublime, tune detections get much stronger when someone is actively reviewing patterns and refining rules. Think of it like this. The tool is the smoke alarm. Your policies and training are the fire drill. You need both. If you could only keep one email security subscription for the next year, which one would it be and why? Drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to see where your stack is today. If that scenario breakdown just saved you from buying the wrong tool, hit like. That helps this reach more SMB operators who need a clear answer, not more noise. And one more thing, the famous product doesn't always win. The right operating model wins. That's the part buyers miss. Phase 5, Reality Check. Reality check. None of these tools is universally best, and I want to be really clear on that. Microsoft Defender for Office 365 can feel heavy if you're not already centered on Microsoft. Abnormal AI may be budget misaligned for very small teams because pricing isn't transparent. Sublime Security needs technical ownership or it becomes shelfware. Bonus tip, before you sign anything, run a 30-day evaluation around 3 numbers: setup time, number of meaningful alerts, and how fast your team can investigate one suspicious message. Those 3 metrics will tell you more than a polished demo ever will. Phase 5, CTA. So now you've got the decision map: native simplicity, behavioral protection, or transparent customization. Pick the one that fits your real team, not an imaginary enterprise version of your company. Subscribe and challenge me. Comment the next AI security tool you want tested. If it matters to SMBs, I'll break it down step by step right here.